Prototyping for a social enterprise is a little bit different to a normal company. Not only do we want to recognize that the product is working or is meeting the customer's needs, we also need to recognize that we're trying to make an impact for the people we're trying to help. We have to take a multi-directional approach. Using a mind map is very helpful because it allows you to really visually picture and put into position the consumer needs and wants, as well as that social cause that you're trying to achieve. A business canvas model is also very helpful in the fact that it really identifies the strengths and weaknesses of the company that we have right now. In particular, it also allows you to understand what you need to do next in order to achieve the key parts that you're trying to achieve. For the stakeholders then, it's also very helpful because it uses a very visual representation to let them understand what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. As one of the co-founders of Fortunate Food Co., the aim of our company is to reduce food wastage. But we have to think about how we're going to achieve that. It took us a while to figure out what to do, but using a mind map was very helpful because it visually allows us to see the aim that we're trying to achieve both on the social side and on an economic side for consumers themselves. The result then we chose was a tomato chutney. And that's the perfect way to reduce food wastage because tomato chutney is a preserve that can extend the shelf life of fresh produce. In the case of tomatoes, these produce will now be preserved rather than thrown away. On the social side of things, Fortunate Food Co. also aims to empower disadvantaged youth by giving them the skills and techniques that they can use in future endeavours. To empower these disadvantaged youth, we had to also test out what kind of workshop we're going to run, how long we're running those for, and what types of skills that they need as a personal level so that we can really give them the critical skills that they need. In terms of testing for our company, we had to do it in 3 separate stages. Firstly, we had to test on whether our product is meeting the taste buds of the general public. Secondly, we had to test whether or not our workshops were really giving value to our disadvantaged groups. Thirdly, we wanted to test whether or not our message about food wastage is being passed on to the general public. What we did then as a group was we first went out to the university campus and just sold chutney to local students and get the feedback of what they thought about the texture and the taste of our product. We then went out to the Bondi Market store to get a perception about what the general public thought of our products. After that, we took the initial feedback and improved on the products themselves. For instance, many customers commented on the fact that the chutney itself didn't have enough of a kick, and so we implemented the chili tomato chutney to meet those consumer demands. Before our programs even began, we gave them a survey just to see on their level of confidence and their strengths and weaknesses in dealing with certain situations. And from those surveys, we were able to identify the key things that we need to adjust in our programs so that the best values are created for our disadvantaged groups. The last thing we had to test was whether or not if the message itself is being passed on to the general public. We thought of multiple methods, such as a survey, but we realized that it was impractical. And what we did then was took a qualitative approach to it. In our weekly market stores, we engaged with the general public about how to best minimize food wastage in their own household, and we highlighted on the marketing and message of our products themselves. From the feedback we've got, we've realized that the messaging of our product is not strong enough, that people are not realizing of the importance of food wastage in Australia. What we did then was to rebrand our packaging through boxes to really highlight on what's critical about reducing that food wastage, as well as what the social side of our business is, so that they too can become a more socially developed individual. Next time, we'll be looking at the legal issues that you will need to be aware of. We'd love to know what you think of our series, so please join the discussion and leave a comment below.